Thank you for joining in on this. I believe that it's Saturday. What day is it? I don't even know what day it is, man. Saturday, January 21st, 2022. It is around 16:29 in the evening hours from Panama, uh, on the side of the beach, right here on the coast where we are staying at. Uh, we have a big assignment and a big mission still to continue. A lot of the things we have to do, and a lot of the things that are happening over here that uh, basically the public of the United States of America and also the whole continent of North America are being lied to about the current situation. And that place, that is the jungle, that is the Darien Gap right there. Behind me, that is the Darien Gap. All of that is one of the part of the Darien Gap. Then you go the way behind, and it's more of the Darien Gap. The population of the United States is being lied to by leftist media, like always. But it's so disgusting the way that they're lying about a pollution contamination factor, the abuse on tribes that they just want to live their lives on these specific, you know, so type of island villages. And also, not only that, the abuse of humanity in terms to the children, the women, that they are putting through all these travesties to go to that particular place that is the jungle right there behind me. One of the most wild jungles in the world. It is the Darien Gap, and you don't see Greenpeace. You don't see no environmentalists going to the beach of Armilla or the beach of the village of the Kuna, where the mass migration has centered, and you have masses, piles and piles of trash on the side of the beach as the beach has been contaminated and their villages are being affected also by malaria and ultimately by trash. And also, you know, the mass migration has, well, in a way, the migrants don't know this, but they're cutting down their coconuts to the Kuna village and the tribe, which inevitably it is their number one source of resource of commerce for them to do international trade with Colombia. What do I mean by coconuts? Let me flip the camera so you guys can understand how the coconuts should look in terms to not being cut down. So the migrants cut down the coconuts as like this. They're green, they're not ready. They're supposed to be on the floor. And a lot of them, they cut them down, and ultimately it is not. Let me just give you a view of how this looks, man. Look at this tropical paradise. It's just beautiful over here as we have been basically exposing every single thing since we were in the borders of Venezuela with Colombia, and also in Colombia. And also we went up the Darien Gap on the east side of the mountain. Really difficult sight to see. A lot of people want to ask me questions about that. Our mission is not over. We're not over yet. We got a bunch of places to go to report. Uh, Basically, today is a day off, and you know I had my lower back injured, but I'm doing way better today. We went for a jog, around 45 minutes. I jog on the whole coast, and I had a kind of like a throat, uh, something that it was bothering me. I believe that it's the change of weather. You know, when you travel from one island to another, you travel on little boats, and you get all wet. Then you know you dry yourself with the humidity. Then again, you know it's humid, rains, weather, get wet, and then you know all of this. So it completely affected me a little bit. and in terms to my health, but I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing great now, and we're ready just to start our mission again. Today is a day off that we're taking out. It has been 9 days of working consistently in 3 countries. Actually, yeah, 3 borders. The borders of Venezuela, uh, with Colombia, the borders for Colombia, and now Panama. So it's 3 countries in South America, which we told you guys that we were going to travel to South America, and here we are, basically bringing you guys a lot of the things that I believe that they are not brought by the leftist media. One of the things that they haven't told you, it is that the United Nations, it is promoting birth control pills and pregnancy pills on the dock. There is a dock, and let me tell you how it is. So you guys, okay, the sun is right there, it's perfect. But let me tell you how it is in terms to how the United Nations is being put. So this is a hypothetical example. This is not the dock that the United Nations is particularly promoting these pregnancy pills before they enter the Darien Gap. So you see this dock right here, right? So this dock right here, it is almost like the one in Necoclí. Necoclí is one of the last municipal cities in terms to Colombia that connects to Panama. And from there, they dock travel agent boats, which they transport migrants consistently to the islands of Akandi, Capurganá, and all these places so they can enter the jungle. The jungle, it is like that. It is exactly that. That right there in front of us, people, it is the Darien Gap jungle. So the example why I'm putting is that I'm just telling you guys how the Dígame. Bien, estoy haciendo un en vivo. Estoy en vivo, ¿no? Estoy platicando conmigo, no se preocupen. Sí.
Los comandos dice que para ver si pueden avanzar los 5 a la base.
Ahí voy para allá, ¿cómo no? Sí, sí, ahí voy para allá.
También a su...
Sí, cómo no, sí, cómo no. Ahí vamos para allá entonces. Sí, termino y vamos para allá. Gracias, eh. So I had to finish off the live feed. We are waiting for a permission to enter another island, and the military just approached me, as you see behind me. We have been waiting. We are doing everything by the law. We're not moving. We're not moving from one step to another. If we don't get permission by the authorities of Panama, Colombia, and Venezuela, we are not doing anything infringing the law. And this is the example that the authorities behind me right here, you see 2 soldiers from the Panama military of the immigration. They just approached me and said, hey, they're waiting for you for the approval for the basically the permit to go to an island that is close to us, so we can report on that also. We're doing everything according to the law. So we're sadly, I had to finish the live feed. I have to say goodbye to you guys. We have been waiting the whole day for this good news for them to come to us. I will talk to you guys later. I apologize. I didn't know that this was going to happen. But my apologies to you guys. Everything is good. Everything's all right. Everything's fantastic. And I will answer all of your questions. The only thing that I can tell you is that they're lying, the United Nations, to all of you, like all of them. But the most disgusting thing is, where's Greenpeace? Where is the environmentalists talking about the indigenous people as they're getting affected? Everybody deserves a right to migrate. Everybody deserves a better life. But they're not in the places where the epicenter of disgrace and humanitarian, basically, humanitarian abuse occurs. God bless you. Stay safe from Panama. Like we always say, people, peace and love, because always your country's first. God bless.